Oh, guys, what's going on? And it is December 14th, week 15. Welcome into the stream. Happy Sunday to you guys, and very excited to smash some NFL bets today. We have a huge slate of games. First week since probably, week like 4. We haven't had any buys. All teams are in action. We got a billion games going on. Got a ton of NBA games going on. Thank God that cup shit is done with. We can finally move forward with that. We got some NHL games as well. So we got anytime goal scorers, anytime touchdowns, tons of NBA props. Get ready, locked and loaded for the next hour, guys. We are going to smash a ton of bets. So let me go ahead. I already have the positive EV tool teed up. We're going to go through some DFS, PrizePicks, Better, Underdog, DraftKings Pick 6. We're going to kind of start off there. Then we're going to head over to look at some arbitrage plays, right? I love to look for arbitrage plays an hour before the game starts. And then we are going to go ahead and look at a lot of positive EV bets for the NFL and the NBA. Chi-Town, what's going on? No more cup. Not until Tuesday, obviously, not until Tuesday. Congrats to the Spurs and the Knicks playing in the championship. How about that Spurs game, man? Just edging out the Thunder by 2. Insane. I mean, the second time the Thunder have lost, and yours truly had a future on the Thunder to win the cup. So, yeah, that died last night. What's going on, Irish? What's up, man? The marathon. So it was the Phoenix Open. It was the Phoenix Marathon, and it took me over an hour to get home from my girlfriend's house. It was insane. Normally, it's like an 18-minute drive, and it took me over an hour. So, and then I had some friends come in from out of town, so that's why I wasn't able to stream a little bit later in the day, guys. I kind of had some plans going on afterwards, but we're here now. We're locked and loaded. I'm refreshing the page. We got like 3 different discounts on Better. I got a Jamar Chase, George Pickens, JSN. So that's where we're going to start right here, guys. I just want to make sure my DVIG settings are all good to go. No, we don't want to use OddsJam. We want to go with Pinnacle. We want to go worst case. There we go. I have a lot of the major DFS books ready to go. Zion Williamson under 5.5 rebounds. This looks really good. So I'm going to take the Jamar Chase over on his receiving yards. And for those of you, first week of fantasy playoffs, it's a fun time. We got, obviously, if you guys have start-sit decisions for fantasy football for your playoffs, drop them in the chat. Let me know what you're chewing on right now. What are you thinking? You going this guy? You going that guy? I have to double check to make sure that before the games start, that I do have a decision on T. Higgins. I'm not sure if I know he was limited with practice. He was in the concussion protocol. I don't know really what's going on with him. I just got to peep yeah, he's going to be out. That's what I thought. He's out, so I got to make a change, which is totally fine. All right, so with Higgins out, guys, the Jamar Chase looks really, really good. We're taking this under on Zion on his rebounds. All right. And obviously, guys, I take advantage of these 3-pick slips every day. They're discounted slips. They're awesome over on Better. Highly advised you guys do the same. Brady Cook, the quarterback for the Jets, over on his rushing yards. This dude's going to be running for his life. All right, so this is the 3-pick slip right here. I'll share this with you guys. This is the first of a couple discounted slips that we have on Better. And, all right, that's in there. Let me share this link with you guys. Ramo, what's going on, man? Ken, happy Sunday to you. Dr. Slips, a big yo as well. All right, so there's the first one. Missed you guys yesterday, no doubt. We had a billion college basketball games going on. It was one of those days yesterday. I ended up losing $12, but I gambled I had 40 bets and gambled, a couple $1,000. It was just one of those days where I just it was one of those minimal losing, winning days. We've all had those before. All right, so we already got Zion and Brady Cook. We're going to cook up one more Better slip for the discount. We have a JSN discount as well over on his receiving yards. I am so excited to watch this Colts-Seahawks game. I am just absolutely fired up to watch it. Let's go Steph Diggs. Huge matchup today with the Bills and the Patriots. It's kind of nice being a Steelers fan. I don't have to really worry about the Steelers today. I can just kind of sit back. There's just some excellent football games going on today. Turn on Red Zone and just absolutely pig out on football. Adam Troutman under on his receiving yards. That's fine. That has a small edge. I'm good with that. So we'll take the under on Troutman's receiving yards. And then we got the over on Diggs' receptions. JSN over. This is the discounted slip again. So we start the morning off with 2 different Better slips. UFC killed yesterday, hit 3 parlays. I missed all the UFC action yesterday. Sorry to hear about that, Chi-Town. Yeah, I didn't actually get to tail any of the Edge Zone stuff yesterday. I tailed their stuff on Friday, which was excellent. They had a really good Friday, and I'm sure you knew about that. You were probably in on it. But I knew yesterday there was a lot of NHL, and I wasn't able just to get through it all. Obviously, I was stuck in traffic forever. All right, let me remove Better, and let's see what else we have going for the other DFS books, like Underdog and Dabble and PrizePicks. All right, we got Underdog. We could do this Troutman play. We could take Trevion Henderson under on his touchdowns. Not very good in terms of a price if you're rocking a 3-pick slip like I am. And then we have some different PrizePicks entries here, guys. We could rock a 5-pick slip if we wanted. Or a 3-pick. And then the sharp money tool, I have this teed up as well. Somebody wants this Trevion Henderson play, guys, under on his rushing touchdowns or just touchdowns in general. They got $4,000 on this at minus 118 odds, which isn't bad in terms of liquidity. We got that. And then this Kevin Porter Jr. play, too low in terms of liquidity here for me to get excited about the under on his player-made threes. But the odds, the bookmaker, are decent. Not great to FanDuel and Pinnacle. It's just kind of meh. But we can grab that Kevin. I'm okay with the Porter Jr. play. It's fine. I'm not like when the stream ends, I'm not rushing over to my buddy and telling him to go bet it. But, all right, I am going to take this play on Hendo on his under. Fade his touchdowns. So this is going to be on his rush receptions, guys. Rush receptions, touchdowns. We're taking the under on this. And then I'm also going to, again, double dip and go out Adam Troutman for his under on his receiving yards. 3-pick slip over here on Underdog. No insurance, 6x payout. Let me share this link with you guys. Thoughts on Rivers? I'm feeling a masterclass coming. So, Dr. Slips, my thing is, this is just, guys, again, when this is, so I want to stop and talk about Phil Rivers. I'm glad you asked. A lot of times, guys, you make a lot of money sometimes in certain specific, a lot of people in terms of professional bettors, they make maybe the chunk of their money in certain specific spots and situations. And I kind of feel that there is this opportunity here with Phil Rivers. This is, though, honestly, not so much, and you guys know, not for me, this isn't a positive EV take, but this is going to be your personal opinion. It's either going to be one way or the other. In my opinion, what I want to do, I would like to bet some unders on the longest receptions for the Colts receivers. Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce. Like, take the under on their longest reception. Now, for Josh Downs, he might catch a pass, break some tackles. He might catch a 3-yard screen and then break some tackles. But in terms of long pass plays, I'm willing to take the under. I am on the side that I think Phillip Rivers his body's not going to be able to keep up with the speed of the NFL. His mind is going to be there, but I don't think his body can do it anymore. Now, I know that there are reports that he was obviously working out and he was looking good. You might be on the camp of take his over on his passing yards. It's going to be tough. They're heavy on the Colts, Dr. Slips. Yeah. I did put a D-Gen bet in on the Seahawks spread. Not a sharp EV play, just a D-Gen bet the Seahawks spread. But we'll have to see. Love to hear you guys' thoughts on how you think Phillip Rivers is going to do today. This is, I really can't recall a situation like this in terms of quarterbacking in the NFL where a guy comes out of retirement in week 15 after being retired for 5 years. And, the dude knows football. It's just, I don't know if his body can still do it. All right, so let's look at this Quinshon Judkins play. Over 1.5 receptions. Again, liquidity's too low here. It's like a pretty much has no edge. Low hold. It's fine. Ben Sinnott under 1.5 catches. He's kind of the dangerous one for me. I don't like this under 1.5 just from his player profile. I know he's not John Bates. John Bates is normally the blocking tight end for Washington. Ben Sinnott now with Zach Ertz going down is like next man up. I'm a little nervous about this dude. He could be sneaky good. So, I'm not, I don't mind it. I'm, Chi-Town, I'm not rooting against Phillip Rivers because I don't like him. I love the way he's a dadgummit, doesn't swear. He's an absolute character. I just don't think he's going to have a good day today. But he's got the pieces around him to do so. Vin asks, what books do you DVIG to for live NBA and NFL player props? You can DVIG to Pinnacle, Vin, but there's not really a super sharp book when it comes to live props. A lot of things, guys, when it comes to live, if you're betting like mainline markets for NBA and NFL, then I would lean more Pinnacle or FanDuel as the sharp. Player props, there's not like really any sharp book, right? This is kind of like the overall consensus for college basketball too. Like no one's really sharp. There's not one book that's super sharp. So you're just wanting to pick off bad prices is what you really want to do. That's what you really want to take care of when it comes to that. All right, let's look at this play. But it's a good question. Good question to ask. These PrizePicks plays, guys, we'll try to tee one up here for PrizePicks. This is a little low in terms of EV edge. This Kalkbrenner play basically is slim to no value. We're looking at the over 6.5 rebounds. He landed on 6 in his last game. These plays here, because we got a lot to get to. And God bless my girlfriend. She's making Mexican breakfast. If it sounds like I smoked a pack of cigarettes last night, I didn't, but I did have some beers last night, guys. So that's why it sounds like, kids, don't drink. Stay in school. But definitely had a couple beers last night. And so that's why my voice is so deep this morning. Let's look at the sharp money tool. Let's see what else we got. This Senate play, there's no real sharp money action here. In terms of liquidity. So I don't really care about this. So I'll go after these plays. We'll go with Nemhard. Over on his player made threes. Okay. And then Reynaud under on his points. Okay. And then we're going to take a look at pick 6 as well. And then we'll look at Dabble. So we'll look at those two guys before we move on. All right, this is going to be a 3-pick slip on PrizePicks. Again, not the greatest slip in terms of pricing that we're getting out there. But if you guys want to tail it, come along, join the bus, ride along. 30% NFL boost on pick 6. Yeah, we got a lot going on. No doubt. No doubt, Irish. Appreciate you letting me know about that. Thanks, Rick. Yeah, obviously, this is actually sign number 2, Rick. The first sign... I just got a new sign, guys, about like 2-3 weeks ago. It's an exact replica, so it looks the same. But this one now, the lighting is a little bit better. It's not super bright, right? Because the last one kind of shit itself. It broke. I couldn't change the lighting. It was either super bright or it didn't work at all. So I just went and bought an exact replica. So, yeah, this is nice. Nice to have a sign that actually kind of works really, really well. All right, so let's look at – let me pull up the Fantasy Optimizer. We'll look at Dabble first. I have Dabble selected for those of you who are like Dabble users. It's just there isn't massive value at the moment. That's why. So 3-pick entries. JJ under on his rushing yards. Also, speaking of quarterback play, like this is the game that JJ McCarthy tonight, Sunday Night Football, Cowboys, Vikings. And we got a boost over on FanDuel. Like, this is the game that, like, buddy, you're going up against the worst or the second to worst pass defense in the NFL. Like, if you can't do it against the Cowboys, when are you ever going to do it? So, like, for my fantasy football players, I want to know, for the people out there, that if you made it to the playoffs with Justin Jefferson on your team, are you starting Justin Jefferson? So I got to ask this. This is just for myself. A little fun, guys. We like to have a little fun from time to time. All right, so I want to know, are you starting Justin Jefferson tonight in your fantasy playoffs? Or today? You're starting him today in your fantasy playoffs. They play tonight. They're the Sunday night game. Rivers have 3 picks, 49ers faithful, 1 for 6. Yeah, I don't mind fading the under. I think it's going to be a lot like the Steelers offense where they're going to lean on Jonathan Taylor to run the football, and then it's going to be short passes. It's going to be short passes. And I'm sure he's going to want to let it rip, but I don't know how much juice he has in that arm. I don't know. Yeah, Matt, I mean, that's my take is like, if you can't play him in this, if you can't play Justin Jefferson in this game, then when can you play him, right? Like, then honestly, you should just, you cut him and save the roster spot. Because, like, if you can't play him now, when can you? this is the game that he should shine, right? So, and that means JJ McCarthy should have a slightly decent game as well. Like there was a recommendation earlier, I think this week on OddsJam to like bet plus CV to bet the over on McCarthy's passing yards. I am so deathly scared, guys, of getting this. For my dabble people, there isn't really a lot here that I really truly like. Sorry, I'm kind of yammering on for a minute. I'm just pumped up today. Got a lot of good stuff going on. This Brenton Strange plays fine. It's okay. It's a yard less than Pinnacle, better odds. I'm fine with Brenton Strange. Really though, not the best. This under's okay on JJ. Wider distribution on rushing yards. It's just like okay. Most likely 49ers, probably most likely. But if you were one of those that were able to survive with him, then I'm curious. I'm curious to know. Julius Randle, DraftKings pick 6. Okay. I don't mind the over PRA. What about George? Not very good to FanDuel, this George play, but it's decent to Pinnacle. Okay. And then I do like Benedict Mathurin. So I'm okay with some of these overs. I got pick 6 teed up right now. We got a winnings boost pack for the NFL. That's nice. We got nothing, though, for the NBA. So we'll try to cook something up for the NFL here in a second for pick 6. But we do have some NBA value, and I want to take a look at that. If they haven't bumped. Let's see if they've bumped yet. All these are over for points, rebounds, and assists. This is probably one of my favorite markets to use Pinnacle as a sharp, to be honest. 34.5, still there. Nice. And then we got what? Paul George. We're looking for the over 26.5. It's all there. Very nice. Okay, 3 pick slip, guys. No insurance. All overs. The all overs club here. I'm going to share this link with you guys. Oh, Anton did it? Dude, I didn't even know. I'm glad to hear that, man. I couldn't even remember, but I'm glad that it hit for you, man. He said, "Yo, that parlay you pulled for the score totally pulled you on the rear and hit Friday. That's why I mean you're the man. You got that magic. Glad that it hit, man. Super glad that it hit. I can't remember what it is, but I'm glad that you got paid on it. Let's take a look at the NFL. So that's a 3-leg slip, guys, for the NBA on DraftKings Pick 6. There's no boosts or anything for Pick 6 for that. I'm curious to know what we do have on the NFL. We got Debo over on catches. Not very good to Pinnacle. Tua, this is tomorrow. Probably, I don't know if we can play this one for because it's a tomorrow slip. Harrison Mevis. There's no Pinnacle odds here. I'm not messing with that. Keaton Mitchell, rushing yards. D-Gen play, guys. Not really all that D-Gen. If you want to take any over on receiving yards on the Bengals or on the Ravens tight ends, whether that's Likely or Mark Andrews, the Bengals are historically one of the worst defenses all time. They're the worst in the league guarding the tight end position. They're up there historically for being a shitty defense. You want to take like the over on Likely's yards. This isn't exactly plus EV. It's just certain teams they're just not very good. They're not great. And so I'm totally okay if you want to grab any overs on Andrews or Likely, whether that's on catches for Andrews or receiving yards for Likely or anytime touchdowns. The Bengals are really bad guarding the tight end. Just like what we're talking about, if this is the day that you bet the overs on, if you believe in J.J. McCarthy, then obviously you want to go with Justin Jefferson. This Jaden Higgins play, I don't mind it. 34.5, I like that. He's an emerging young receiver that the Texans have. So I like this over on receiving yards. Joey B, under on his passing attempts. Not very good to Pinnacle. I lean more Pinnacle here, guys, when I'm looking at this. Josh Downs, God, I don't even want it. It's not a bad play, guys. I'm not doing it, though. I'm just not doing it. Over on rushing attempts for Rico is not very good. Let's see. Ali, under on receiving yards. Not great. Is Keaton Mitchell play I'm okay with. It's fine. It's not like awesome. What are our rewards we have? We got 30% boost on all of these or 4 picks. We've talked about this. Appreciate whoever brought this up earlier in the week, guys. The the 4-pick slips actually aren't, they're actually more like PrizePicks. They're more like a minus 128 when you play them as a power entry. So on PrizePicks, guys, what I mean by that is it's the same payout. So if you look at the power entry, it's minus 128. That's really what it is over here on Pick 6 because you're getting the same payout. So I actually, I appreciate the person who said, hey, I think OddsJam screwed up the 4 picks. It's no longer minus 177, guys, because I checked PrizePicks payout to DraftKings payout. It's the exact same. 4 picks with no insurance. It's minus 128. So I'm totally okay with taking 4-pick slips now. I know I trashed them for a long time, but I'm definitely okay with it. So slightly worse prices than 3-pick entries. We're getting some boosts here today. I'm all in on it just for the NFL, though. So we got to do only NFL. And we will move on from this, guys, here in a second. Trust me, for those of you that aren't doing DFS or don't care about this, we're going to move on here. I just want to try to get one slip before we call it a day. So Debo's receptions, it's not a great price, but honestly, with the boost, it's going to be it'll be decent. But he is questionable. Gets me a little nervous there. Debo over 4.5 catches. They already nerfed that payout too, so never mind. I don't really like that one. On Higgins, Burrow, not great. Mahomes, not to throw a pick. Chargers defense is ferocious. Drake May under on passing yards or passing attempts. Don't love that. Olave under on receptions. Don't love that. Jordan Love not to throw a pick tonight. I'm okay with the Love play. Denver's got a great defense. I'm okay with the under on the pick. And it's not the worst thing in the world if you want to go with Mahomes too, guys, as well. So that's what I'll go with both. I'll trust both quarterbacks. I really like both quarterbacks. It's tough for me to say. Hopefully my friends from Green Bay aren't watching this. I'm going to throw the 30% boost on this, guys. Keaton Mitchell's play did bump to 20.5 rushing yards from 19.5. I'm going to switch out Keaton Mitchell, guys, and go with Jacoby. Jacoby over on his catches. He's been a welcomed addition to the team. All right, and we're going to grab this here, and let me share this with you guys. Let me make sure I got the boost selected. Bingo. There we go. Oh, it's max $10 entry. That's things. All right, for those of you that want this 4-pick slip, there it is. Appreciate you sharing that, Anton. Appreciate that. Any slip? If it's for any slip, then obviously play. You could play 3 picks, guys. It's going to be easier to win the 3 picks. No doubt about that. No doubt. Okay, let me take a look at some anytime touchdown scores. Let's take a look at that. I got the filter teed up, ready to go. Rashee Rice, $125 on ProfitX. Go, 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 go. If you have ProfitX, go get this right now. No VIG, it's not bad. Not bad at plus 111. Anything that's really above plus 105 odds is solid. I'm not running to FanDuel or FanDuel to bet this. But I would, if I had ProfitX or no VIG, guys, go bet this. There's only $57 on the VIG. Check this out. I want to double check. I don't think 4CX offers anytime touchdowns. Chi-Town, if you know, let me know in the chat. But I'm just going to pop over here in the NFL really quick to take a look for their props. Irish, if I had to take out one, I would take out one of the interceptions from either Mahomes, probably Mahomes. It depends on which defense you believe in more. Denver or San Diego, or excuse me, not San Diego, Los Angeles, the Chargers defense. So I would take out one of the quarterback interception plays. All right, 4CX doesn't offer anytime touchdowns. Okay, that stinks. Okay, what else do we got here? Talked about Rashee. Jonathan Taylor. This is a lot of liquidity for a player prop. Over on his touchdowns. I don't mind it. If the Colts are going to score, I'm putting a lot of my chips on Jonathan Taylor getting it done. It's not quite a low holder in ARB to Pinnacle. It's 1 cent off to being a low hold to Circa. Again, if you have, you don't want to take this play if it's above minus 108 odds. Anything above minus 108, no good. So it's okay on ProfitX. It's better than on no VIG, though. That's $4,000 is a lot of money. I won't lie there. Puka, $127. Go bet Puka on no VIG. minus 117. Kenneth Walker. Interesting. This would be a bet 105. Normally they copy Pinnacle's odds. I don't mind this. If this is out there on bet 105, for those of you that don't know, it's a book that copies Pinnacle's odds most of the time. And it's a book that I use all the time. So if I want something, usually they're like 1 or 2 cents off to Pinnacle's pricing. I hate now every time I log in, I have to get like a authentication code with bet 105, but it's a book that I use almost every day, guys. So if you want pricing similar to Pinnacle, I use bet 105 all the time. All right, so I'm going to go bet this Kenneth Walker play if it's still out there. This is obviously the later slate of games. Great to see we have a really solid slate of later games today as well. Plus, yeah, it's plus 104, guys. This is real life. It's not fake news. Let's go grab this. I'm going to grab it right now. Max bet's $400. I'm going to put $125 down and ride with Ken Bone Walker. Very rare to see this when you're DVigging to Pinnacle, but we see bet 105 having these odds here. This is not something you normally see. This is kind of like platform 9 3/4 for my Harry Potter fans. This is like, you don't normally see this. But we're going to go with Kenneth Walker. Obviously, for my Dub Club users, make sure you check out I sent out some plays earlier today. NHL and NBA player props we're going to send out a little bit later. But the NFL props are out and ready to rock and roll. Got some lower edge plays here, guys, if you wanted to grab Jamar. A lot of liquidity here, but if you want to grab Jamar, I'm fine with this. CeeDee Lamb or RJ Harvey. These are a little too low in terms of an EV percentage for my threshold. Usually around 2%. Grab Kenneth Walker there, plus 104 odds. But I normally will stay like 2% or higher. But if you want to grab these overs, feel free to do so. All right, so there's some anytime touchdown scores. Let's look for some anytime goal scores right now and see what we have for the NHL. One result, and it's very low. Ricard Raquel, Penguins. I don't know if I'm just going to talk for a second about my Penguins because I don't know what's going on. This is to anyone that works in the coaching staff for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Figure it out in the third period. Okay, I don't care what you got to do. Figure it out. For those of you that don't know, they were up 5-1 in the third period, and they lost 6-5 in overtime. This is like the 50th time that they've blown the lead in the third period by more than 2 goals. So figure it out, Penguins. All right, so appreciate you guys answering the poll. 61% said, are you starting Justin Jefferson tonight in fantasy playoffs? 61% said yes, and 39% said no. Appreciate you guys answering that. So not much value here, guys, on goal scores. For my criteria and what I'm looking for, I would not play Ricard Raquel. This is too low of an edge, so we're just going to move on. Let's look at some NFL player props right now. Let's see what we have cooking. And, guys, if you want to try OddsJam 1 week for free, save 35% off your first month after the 1 week trial ends. Use code Billy35. If you want to find out why, in my opinion, arbitrage betting is dead in 2026, check out the video that I dropped on Friday. For OGs, I have a video. For OGs, you can access the video that's dropping on Monday. You can watch that now. You have early access to it. And I have a video coming out Monday, guys, going over my 13 cheat codes, tips, and tricks that I love to use to make money sports betting. So we're going to devig to Pinnacle. We're going to look at worst case. Odds range, we're going to kind of keep it pretty tight here. We're going to look at like a minus 150. We're going to tighten this up a little more. We're going to go to plus 125. Okay. All sports books are going to be selected, and let's see what we have. All right, so obviously a lot of Hard Rock plays. Nice to see Hard Rock back. Bovada's back as well, guys. So Bovada's back. Hard Rock's back. Nice to see this. I got to nuke some plays on Hard Rock. Definitely got to do that. Pretty much these plays are only Hard Rock plays, but Cam Ward, I always like to open these up for a second just to see any other sportsbook has plus odds. No, but like this is insane. This is an arb to Pinnacle. I'm going to just unload it. This is probably the day that I'm going to get limited on Hard Rock. This is the day. I'm just going to do it because it's just like I didn't like the fact that Hard Rock disappeared a couple days ago. And now that they're back for pregame, I'm just going to smash them. Absolutely smash them. And totally be okay that if I get limited. So got some plays here. Cam Ward. All right, let's rip through these to see if any other books have these. Okay, Fanatics at plus 105, guys. Smaller edge on Brock Purdy under on his completions. Otherwise, don't play it. So if you have Fanatics, go bet that. Kenny Pickett over on his passing completions. Again, these are some crazy plays. honestly, no vig, guys. If you have no vig, go bet this over there. It's only $150. Go bet this on no vig. Over on his passing completions. I know. I've watched Kenny Pickett play. Not exciting. He's going to average about 4 yards a pass. I think Phillip Rivers might have longer passing yards, more air yards than Kenny Pickett today. But it's a good play. It's an arb to pinnacle over on Hard Rock. It's not quite an arb to pinnacle on no vig, but it's decent. Isaiah Bond, not really. This is only Hard Rock. If you have Hard Rock, go bet it. Brenton Strange on his receiving yards. Again, that's a Hard Rock only plays. Zonovan Knight, same. Only Hard Rock plays here. Noah Gray over on his receptions. That just changed. Okay, let's move. Keep it moving. Bryce Young under on his passing yards. Outside of Hard Rock only play. Fanatics, Justin Herbert over on his rushing yards. Not quite an arb to pinnacle, or almost a low hold. This is 1 cent off, guys, over at Caesars. So go bet this on Caesars if you are limited on Fanatics. Over at the Score, it's okay. It's not great. It's 2%. It's not great. I wouldn't bet it at the Score. I would bet this over at Caesars. Herbert over on his rushing yards. I don't know if you watched the Monday night game. Obviously, with his wrist injury, he was running the ball a lot. So I'm going over here to Caesars to grab this play on Herbert. Man, we got a lot to jump in. Just so much to get through. Trying to get through as much as we possibly can. So, like this play on Herbert, I'm just going to go add this in here real quick. And DraftKings, like I said, you can bet it on DraftKings. It's okay. It's not great. This is the later. When is this game? Oh, it's today at 11. That's right, because it's in Kansas City. Rushing attempts. Like seeing Pinnacle move here. It's a nice movement here. Small movement, minus 142 to minus 150. This was 3 minutes ago, guys. They moved. So I really, really like this. All right, so I'm grabbing that there for $200. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, Sai, in terms of live betting, it's worst case and DVIG to Pinnacle. DVIG to Pinnacle and use worst case. So that's it. It's a very simple process. Choose anything that's 3% EV edge or higher. If you want to go to 5%, that's fine. I've made some videos on the OddsGM channel going through my live betting settings. I'll try to see if I can find that for you and just send you the video. DVIG to Pinnacle, worst case 3% EV edge or higher. That's it. And then, figure out the odds range that you're comfortable betting, and you're good to go. Appreciate you asking. What else do we got here? Burrow on passing attempts. Yeah, this is 1 cent off, guys. If you can get this up, Bet Rivers over on his passing attempts. I like this. I like the over on his passing attempts for sure. Yes, both very simple. Keep it the same. Keep it very simple. I don't bet a lot of player props. I don't think anyone's sharp on player props. So let me rephrase that. I don't think anyone's sharp on player props when it comes to live betting, period. FanDuel, maybe, but probably not. But for main, I only bet really main markets live. I don't really bet player props. If I'm looking to live bet player props, I'm really looking for arbitrage and middle opportunities. So I don't do too much of that. Yeah, we got obviously a lot of Hard Rock plays. Musgrave, yeah, I'm fine with this on the Score. Can we get this anywhere else? Yeah, now this is exactly why, guys, I open up these plays. This is 1 cent off to FanDuel. Like, this is a 5% EV edge play. Anytime that FanDuel has the same odds as the Score, give that to me all day long. This is a low hold from FanDuel, so I want to bet this on FanDuel all day long. Now, I don't like this movement. I will say that. I don't like the movement. But the fact that it's a low hold to Pinnacle, I like that. So let's go over here to FanDuel. And I'm going to bet this Luke Musgrave play over 1.5 receptions. He is the tight end for the Packers. So we're going to go in over here. So these are like little things I look for, right? Like the Score, it's like, well, hey, you might bypass the Score saying I'm limited. Open this play up. It's interesting to find out that, well, FanDuel's 1 cent off from this. I go bet this over on FanDuel. And anytime FanDuel has the same odds or similar odds to the Score, I'm smashing that all day long. So if you want to know exactly, click the purple calculator here, guys. Go over, change this to minus 116. And it's telling me to wager way more money than I'm comfortable betting. I'm not going to bet $340. What's the max wagers? $290 for me. Okay. So just to show you that, guys, that I put my money where my mouth is, we're going to go this on a $290 spot here. That's the max I can bet on FanDuel. So I'm in for $290 on Musgrave over here on FanDuel. Yeah, I mean, I cannot, this is just from my experience, guys. I cannot state this enough. When it comes to like live player prop betting, you can use FanDuel as a guide, but like no one's really that sharp when it comes to player prop betting live. And I just really think a lot of times, if you want to live bet props on FanDuel and Caesars, it's just not a market that I have a ton of confidence in when it comes to live. So, and watching the games can help you, no doubt. If you're watching the game and you're like, yo, the Chiefs are feeding the ball to Rashee Rice. I hate to say you're betting on vibes a little bit, but if you kind of watching the first quarter and you're seeing that like they're just trying to get the ball to Rice because he's got a mismatch, or a player goes, or you see that like Kelsey like tweaks his ankle and he's not 100%, then you know that they might move more towards Rice or maybe Worthy or Hollywood Brown. Like you can kind of get a feel. So if you know that certain teams like kind of focus their targets on a couple of players, like think of the Cowboys, right? Like there was a great example. CD goes down with the concussion. The Lions start to double George Pickens. Ryan Flournoy now has this huge monstrous game. These are little things when you're watching the game that you could, you might be able to pick up on. For live betting mainline markets, I do think Pinnacle and FanDuel are a bit sharper. For player props, I honestly, I'm kind of like, you can put a blindfold on me and I'm just like, I don't know. So that's why I would say if you're going to focus your efforts live betting, focus more on main markets. And you're also going to be able to bet more money on main markets. And you're also not going to get limited as faster that's why I don't like to bet live bet player props. Like live betting main markets, that's what casual sports bettors do. Casual sports bettors, for the most part, in my opinion, don't live bet too many player props. Not too many. All right, let's go over and take a look at some NBA props, because we got some NBA games going on today. All right, so this is DVigging to Pinnacle, right? So Jarris Walker over on his points. This is an ARB to Pinnacle. So any kind of ARB in general, guys, I'm normally in on. And even if the movement is, these are just two books that are differently priced, I got to go grab this. Any ARBs, the Pinnacle guys, are just automatic bets for me. I don't really overthink it too much. Just go get it. So this is going to be an alternate points, guys, on Jarris Walker. So you got to go down to those alt points over 8.5. I don't know. I might not be able to wager too much money over here, but we'll give the old college try. $78. That's all I can bet. So to win $100. So Jarris Walker over 8.5 points. I'm in for $78. EK, I prefer line movement. So I don't care if you use FanDuel or Pinnacle. Either's fine. I care about line movement. Right, so I care about this first. If any kind of ARB, period, I'm betting ARBs, and then I care about line movement. So did the sharp book move? So did FanDuel move from here to here, or did Pinnacle move? I just care about line movement. So I literally inspect every play. I don't care who you use, but I'm looking for movement. Right. So if this wasn't an ARB to Pinnacle, I wouldn't care about this play because I don't like the fact that these two are just chilling. Right. So in my opinion, it's not as important as who you DVig to, but it's very important. I don't like to use multiplicative. I like to use worst case. It's very important, though, to look for line movement. Right? So that's all that it is. Okay, so we'll just kind of continue to rip through these. Williams, ARB to Pinnacle. Don't overthink it. This is a low hold also, guys, on FanDuel. You could bet this, right? If you're looking for movement, these are just different books that have different projections at the moment. Pinnacle could be the incorrect book, but I lean more times than not. They're just a little bit more accurate. So again, anytime you see a low hold, when the plus odds number on the over is the same as the under on here, it's the exact same. And if you guys are finding any insight at all to any of these tips, do me a favor. Click the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. Helps me out a lot. My goal here is to teach you how to fish so that you can crush the sports books. Trying to provide you as much free information as I can, because I don't know how many people are going this detailed, breaking down their process for free. Most people charge this kind of stuff. So I want to make sure if you're finding any value at all, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button. If you know that your friends are struggling sports betting, send them my way. Send them to the channel. Show them a couple videos. Help them out. This play here, again, Pinnacle's over is -146. The under is +150. This is an ARB. If you lived in Ontario, you could do Bet Rivers. You could ARB these two, Bet Pinnacle and Bet Rivers. You could ARB them, have a great time. I really, really like that. Really like that. So I'm all in on Keegan Murray under on his player-made threes. If you don't want to bet plays that are this ridiculous, right? If you don't like to bet plays that are 44% chance, then tighten up your width. Start to go, not market width, but tighten up your odds. Start going around -150 to like +110, right? If you don't like betting, maybe +150s. So there we go. Look at this. Jarris Walker's, look at this, guys. Just bet Jarris Walker. His market now just locked over on FanDuel. We just bet this over there because it was an ARB to FanDuel. Look at that. Interesting, right? You bet ARBs to Pinnacle, more times than not, things are going to work out in your favor. I guarantee you when FanDuel comes back, they probably won't give you as good of a price as what we just had it. And that's why it's not there anymore. Jordan, it's not as good as it once was. It was back in my day when I first signed up for Odds Jam, it was incredible. Nowadays it's good, it's not great. I don't see why not, right? If you can push it out to get some friends and family, you get a little bit of a kickback here or there. I'm all for trying. I think it's a plus EV play because you're not losing out on anything. You're only gaining. So that's what I would say. Besides, that's just my thoughts, man. Obviously, you might hear some different opinions from other people, but just player prop betting in general, guys, there's less confidence in the sports book. So I always want to lean on having more confidence when I'm firing off plays, and that's what I'm really looking to do. Okay. Let me get back on track here. But good discussion here. Here, CJ McCollum over on points, ARB to Pinnacle. Don't really need to overthink it. Just go bet it. Try to make this as simple as I possibly can when I'm looking at plays and looking at bets. You see ARBs, just go bet it. For me, I'm limited, so I'm just going to bet the max every time because I'm on 10% limits on FanDuel. Over 21.5 points, +116 odds. I would definitely put a unit, if not a unit and a half, on CJ McCollum. Yeah, Adam, no problem at all, man. That's it was just something. I sound really bitter, but I just remember back in the day watching people. Like I watch, especially a guy like Matty Chucks. Like I watch his stuff and I'm just like, dude, like you're not really explaining your betting process too much, right? And, I understand that a lot of the picks channels, guys, they more focus on like Dylan Brooks. He scored over 20 points in 7 of his last 8 games. And the matchup against the Lakers is really good. But like no one actually explains like the betting process. And so literally I would scream almost at the television, like, why aren't you breaking this down in detailed information? Why are you not helping me? Hey, listen, guys, just find plays that have an edge. And you're like, what the hell does that mean? And so that's really the whole goal of this YouTube channel was to really break down this as detailed as I possibly can for free. That's really what I wanted to try to do. And so here we go. Jared McCain, Onyx, DraftKings. This is an ARB. Go bet it. So sometimes it's easy, right? I like these types of plays. This is easy. Just go bet this. But other times, not so much. Saints, what's going on, man? What's going on, brother? Yeah, Sai, listen, to be honest, Sai, you're asking some great questions. I would advise where you can kind of, if you want to get a little bit more into the weeds here, I have this all set up. I put it off to the side. I would advise, I offer a coaching program. If you want to book a free 30-minute call with me and discuss it, we can kind of get into more have a more of a one-on-one conversation, right? I want to make sure I'm taking advantage of the best interest for everyone here on the stream. So if you want to kind of get into some topics with me one-on-one, just go and book a call over there on Calendly and we can have a discussion. Daniel, not really, not much at all. Like I don't focus on it. If you're betting plus 300s or minus 300s, then it's going to be swing one way or the other to the pendulum. I like to stick to a range that's a flip of a coin. I think the sports books misprice the minus 125 to plus 150 range poorly all the time. That's why I kind of focus on what I focus. If you're betting plus 400 odds and you should be getting plus 200 odds, but you're getting plus 400 odds, that's very EV. But you're going to see a lot more variance, okay? Because you're betting on plays that only have a fair win percentage of maybe like 25%. So you'll run into more variance when it comes to that. Unfortunately, Onyx just moved a couple of cents, and Pinnacle just moved a few cents. This isn't an ARB anymore. Let me go over to DraftKings to see if this is still there. I have way too many windows opened up right now. But let me see if this is still at minus 104 odds. Yeah, we got to hit the, I got to get back on track. And I appreciate everyone asking questions. Great questions. I got to get back on track. So we got to get through some bets. Clock's ticking. We got money to make. So this McCain play, I like it. Again, guys, if any of you want to just have like a private conversation with me and talk a little bit more about my coaching program and how I can help you and help really build a tailored program for you and what to focus on, right? You want to know what to focus on live betting, which books are going to get the most bang for your buck, which books we should focus on specific markets, what markets should we set up certain odds ranges for. That's what my coaching program's all tailored around. And you can start off with a free 30-minute call and we can see if there's a right fit for you for the program. So let me go and take a look at this McCain play, and then we got to look at some boosts here because we got an Onyx boost. We got a lot to get to. All right, so let's see. McCain on threes. No, it moved to minus 117. Yeah, it's right there in front of me, Billy. That sucks. That was so good. That was really, really nice, but is what it is. Onyx up here. Let's go and let's take a look at Onyx. Let me go back to their homepage up here. 33% SGP boost for the NFL games. That's fine. It's not like awesome, but it's okay. Again, I won't set up any odds ranges here. Let's do a minus 200 plus 200. Okay. And then bingo. And then let's look at some player props. Oh yeah, we need to do NFL. My bad. All right, only 19 results. We might have an opportunity here in this Bears-Browns game. I can see already 2 plays that are offered. All right, we got 3 plays here. Odunze under on his receptions. I don't mind that because Odunze has got he's dealing with a foot injury. These are all good to Pinnacle guys. If we could slap the boost on this, it's going to depend on a few things. So let's just first get these added. Odunze at minus 170. That's really juicy, but is what it is. Bond moved to minus 148. So this is basically now like a low hold. It's not very little to no edge. And then Caleb Williams over on his rushing yards, which I don't know if you've ever watched Caleb Williams play. He looks like his hair's on fire every single time he drops back to pass. And this just bumped to 18.5 rushing yards. Both plays not really good anymore. Okay, back to the drawing board. Welcome to the world of Onyx, where things are constantly changing. I'm just trying to see if I see a few things, a few plays that pop up to the same. Okay, let's look at the Eagles-Raiders game. Let's see what we have. So much changing. Trey Tucker over. Jack Besh under. Kenny Pickett on his passing attempts. Under. With the boost, this is 572. Okay, let's find out. Let's go here. Grab the over. Grab the under. Grab the under. We should be receiving odds of plus 338. Yeah, I'm good with this. I'm going to go with this one, guys. $20 max bet, plus 572 odds. I'll share the link with you guys. Bingo. All right, here's the link, guys, for the Onyx boost. He does run, no doubt about that. There's the link, guys. We're taking Kenny Pickett under on his passing attempts, Jack Besh under 2.5 receptions, and wouldn't you know, guys, we have to find something else because literally Jack Besh just became, is it unavailable right now? Is this? Let me look on this screen. No, it's still there. I'm looking at it on Onyx right now. It's still there, guys. So don't pay attention to this. This is why I hate doing. I don't always track parlays over here with OddsJam. It's just tough with the software. Go grab these 3 plays or use the link that I shared. I'm in on that. Okay. There's the Onyx boost. Over on FanDuel, we got. Let's see what we have. We got a couple of things. We got the SGP boost for the Vikings and the Cowboys. We have any event, 3-leg parlay. We have a 25% boost that we definitely want to take a look at. Let's go back to football, and let's look at FanDuel specifically. And let's see what we got here. All right, so we got some longer shot, a couple long shot plays if you want it. This dude, this is an ARB to Pinnacle, guys. I'm grabbing this guy all day long. I don't know even which team he plays for. But we're going to take advantage of this FanDuel parlay. Cardinals, Texans. Receiving props. We got over on receptions. You got to go to his alt receptions. Amon-Ra over on his receiving yards. I'm literally just going down the line, guys, and grabbing the top plays. So Amon-Ra to get 80. His main line's at 78.5, so this is just an alt line. 80 yards, bingo. And then Patty Mahomes over on his passing touchdowns. To get over 1.5 in this Chiefs game. Where's this game at? I bypassed it already. There it is. Passing touchdowns. This is just the main line here for Mahomes. All right, so we got a boost here, guys. Obviously on FanDuel, 25% boost. What's the max wager size? $10. All right, we're on $10. $10 pays us out $157. I will share this link with you guys. So there we go. Ramo, I appreciate you asking, brother. I'm no longer, at least for the rest of winter, I'm no longer kind of diverting the stream over unless you are an OG or a D-Gen. So I apologize, brother. I don't know if we'll have time to get to look at Owner's Box. I know you've been with me, man, for a long time, but I'm not diverting the streams anymore unless you're an OG or D-Gen. So I appreciate you asking, man, but probably not going to have time to get to take a look at it. So here we go. We got 3 legs. We got 3 legs there, and that's what we're going with. Let me take a little screenshot of this. All right, so that's the parlay over on FanDuel. We get that taken care of, which is nice. Again, guys, if you want to know how to add these, just hit the add to parlay. Normally, it's a pretty quick process when you're on the computer. It's not bad. And then you just come up here to the top right-hand corner. Click this little purple dollar sign. They're all here. Plus 1260 odds, $10. Just click the plus sign. That's how you add parlays. Honestly, I don't really track too many parlays on my OddsJam tracker. I just do that with Pickett. Pickett's a lot easier. It automatically syncs up. I don't have to worry about adding everything. I just double check what's good on Pickett, and we're all good to go. All right, so there's that one. I think DraftKings might have one as well. Let me look at the promos on DraftKings for a second. We got an NFL stack. Let's go back. Oh, we got an opt-in on a parlay boost, guys. 20%. They kind of do some nice drops. They got some SGP boosts as well. They got a lot going on. Let's go back and look at some anytime touchdown scores right before here. Let's see what we got. Recommended filters, ATDs. What's new? Yo, Kenneth Walker. What odds did I get him at? I got him at plus 104. Okay. This is a little bit better, guys. Onyx, DraftKings, Bovada. Bet this if you want it. Talked about Rashee Rice. I like that. If this Kyron plays legit, then I'm in on this. Would love to get some Kyron. He's at what, plus 105 odds? This looks pretty decent. No, he's at plus 100 now. So not that edge is that edge is gone. Okay. And then really I only go after above 2%, guys. So if you want Johnny Taylor, you want Jamar Chase, go grab him. CD is him and RJ Harvey. It's fine. It's not great. But there it is. There it is. Okay. And let's rifle through, guys, because I do have a hard stop in 5 minutes. So let's go and rifle through just through the Fantasy Optimizer, guys. If I was cooking up, we'll go through some different books, and we'll try to hit this up. So for my PrizePicks people, boy, it's tough out in the streets right now on PrizePicks. Let me just do the EV tool. The EV tool might be a little bit quicker, to be honest. Let's just clear this out. Let's go leagues. Let's go select all. Let's go today. Let's go bing, bang, and let's go clear this out. So we'll first start with PrizePicks, 5 or 6 pick entries. I'll pause here for a minute. These would be the plays if you wanted to. Really, I could maybe get down with this one on these first 3 plays. I could possibly do this one. These are all NBA plays. Okay. I'm okay with this one. This one's fine. Let me share this link with you guys for anyone that wants to grab this first 3-leg slip over here on PrizePicks. The first 2 plays are good. The second play's barely, it's not the greatest. All right, so there's that slip on PrizePicks. All right, what else we got? Let's clear PrizePicks out. Let's look at Better. Got a lot of slips on Better, guys, if you want. We already shared a couple of discounts. They have one more discount that I need to take advantage of, which is we got this George Pickens one. I got to get George Pickens on his over. And then we can do Huff again. We can do McCollum on his assists. Over 3.5 assists. And then we already got Troutman. We already got Diggs. Jalen Johnson's basically low edge play here, but I could grab him as well. I like to spread the love, guys, when it comes to making these. So the over 1.5 3-pointers made, but this is the next discount, which is solid. I'll share this link with you guys. All right, there we go. There's that Better slip. All right, and then let's take a look at Underdog. Seven results here. Okay, lower edge plays here. This is really only going to be for 6-pick slips. But for those of you that want to cook up a 6-pick slip, here's the first 5 picks. I'm not going to go ahead and cook this up, but there would be the first 5 picks. And then the final play would be this Lamar Jackson on his passing completions. That would be the last play. I will be on tomorrow morning, guys, at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific time again. Looking at the Monday Night Football game. Let's see what else we have here. All right, so those are those books. Let's take a look at Dabble. 3 or 5 picks from the EV tool. Low edge, pretty low. And I'm going to say, what about DraftKings pick 6? 3 results here on pick 6. Again, Huff, Tracy, Johnson, so we can't combine all these. But the Tracy play looks decent. And obviously, we got some good boosts over there, so I can understand if you guys want to continue to rifle those off. Let's go over then to the optimizer. So for Ramo, for Owner's Box, where the hell is it? There it is. Owner's Box, if you were going to rock a 3-man play with no insurance, these would be your 3 plays. Paul George over, Keyshawn George under, McCollum over, or also Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller is not great. Jalen Hurts over on his rushing attempts would be the play then. I would go with Jalen Hurts. So if you're rocking an owner's box 3-man slip with no insurance, this would be the options that I would go with. I wouldn't take the Jalen Noel play. So really Hurts up through. Miller is not great. I'm not in love with the Miller play. But both George plays, McCollum and Hurts. I like those 4 plays if you wanted to mix and match those. Want to make sure I give a little love to my fliff people as well. Anyone that's looking for some fliff plays, let's look at some minimum data points. Let's go 3. Okay, this play on, again, I'm not betting Chinese basketball first half money lines. So if you want to, if people are like, I don't understand why I'm getting limited, it's probably because you're betting on Chinese basketball for a Monday morning game. That's first half money line. I don't know how many people are doing that. So Phillip Rivers, passing touchdowns, 1 cent off to Pinnacle. Not interested in this. So to be brutally honest, it's dog shit out here at Fliff. Not very good. Not great at all. For anyone that's rocking some parlay play, and I'll also take a look at Sleeper because I know there's some parlay play love out there. Parlay play is not bad. This is not too shabby. The combos, it's been a tug of war with me with the combo stats this whole season for the NBA in terms of do I like to play them or not play them. So, yeah, I don't really know how I feel about this because I don't have a lot of volume down, and this is just, it's really hard to kind of gauge if this is truly an edge or not. But if you want to, these first 3 plays look really solid, and I would be interested in those. For anyone that's out there that's looking at Sleeper, if there's any kind of promos, normally Sleeper doesn't provide a ton of value. If I put in some 3 minimum data points, the Drake May play barely has an edge if you're getting this at minus 135, right? Pinnacle's at minus 136. If you're getting this at like minus 115, minus 110 guys on Drake May, this is a great play to Pinnacle. Otherwise, not really at Sleeper. Now, if you're getting a big discount or like a big boost, okay, maybe. But I don't really like what I see here at Sleeper. And last but not least, let's look at DraftKings Pick 6 once more for the NFL because we do have some different boosts, and I just want to kind of peek again to see what's up. Again, these boosts can make the Sam Darnold play even better. But naturally, I try to find plays that have an edge. And let's see, the James Cook play under on his rushing yards. That's okay. It's fine. We talked about the Jaden Higgins play. I like that a lot. Cam Ward on his passing yards. I don't mind. Actually, I like that Cam Ward play a lot. I like that. I do like this. I'm actually going to go back into DraftKings for Pick 6 because I think we can find something here. So Ward over on his passing yards. James Cook under on his rushing yards. And then what else do we got here? Oh, man, Josh Allen under on his passing touchdowns? I could see this being a day where they just get a lot of, they just run the ball a lot. Where's his passing TDs at? No, they're only, wait a minute, yeah, there it is. Okay, now we can yeah, it's got to be a 4-pick entry to get the boost. So this is just under a 10x payout, guys. I still really like it, though. I'm just going to rock this as a 3-pick slip. I'm not going to lose my mind over the fact that it's not quite the normal payout. But there it is for Pick 6 if you want it. If you're looking to get a 4th leg, I'm fine with adding Derrick Henry over on his rushing attempts. That's fine with me if you wanted to add a 4th pick. All right, guys. That's the stream. Appreciate you guys hanging with me. I got to run. Back on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. And then we'll do it again tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. You guys have a fantastic Sunday. And may you have the best day of your lives betting. Questions, email me, DM me. Otherwise, guys, talk to you later. Take care.